So Melody actually asked a really good question. And so I thought that I would make this video because a couple of people every couple of weeks have the same question. So she's asking, she's currently launched her power content, testing new audiences with power content video number 1. So she's got videos 2 and 3 ready to go. She's got everything ready, but she also has a new funnel setup that she would like to start testing to cold traffic. So she's wanting to know, what are the indicators here that she should be looking at in order to launch her funnel to cold traffic? And this is a really good question. So the reason that I have you guys do power content before the funnel has a lot to do with, yes, testing audiences, but it's also about like just kind of keeping your ad account in good standing, because video ads, right, have the least amount of risk. And I know so many of you guys already know this. I just want to kind of reiterate that there's multiple reasons as to why I like to launch power content. It gives us warm audiences that we can then turn into lookalike audiences. We can, test audiences. We can leverage those ads to keep our ad account in good standing, because conversion ads are the ones that Facebook reject most of the time. And so let's say that Melody decides, okay, well, I'm going to run this lead generator strategy, conversion ads. And let's say she hasn't done any power content, or maybe she's only done one piece of power content, right? If she launches this and there's some little thing that Facebook doesn't like, she'll have a rejected ad, and then she'll have a ratio of 1-to-1. The reason that I like to launch all 3 is because then the ratio would be 3-to-1, right? 3 ads running with 0 issues versus the 1. So it protects her ad account a lot longer. So that takes care of, okay, it keeps your ad account in good standing. So when we're testing these videos, and so this is what I like to do, and here's the thing, like, I want you guys to be as creative with this strategy, because I want you guys to make this framework your own, right? But I'll just tell you how I do it. So typically, like, if I'm starting from scratch, I don't know which audiences are going to perform the best, I typically will do one of the videos. I don't overthink it, okay? Because I got that question earlier, is like, how do you know which of these videos to launch first? Like, I don't, like, I just do it. I like to move forward versus questioning, because I'm like, the data is going to tell me, right? So I will launch video number 1, and I'll launch it to 5 audiences. Now, some of you guys might not have 5 audiences. Some of you guys might be like, well, I want to test it to 2 or 3, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm just giving you guys frameworks to use, okay? So what I do is I take video number 1 and I run it to 5 ad sets typically. And so what I'm looking at are 2 numbers. I'm looking at through plays and 25% video plays, just for indication of where it's going to go. Now, you guys have heard me say many a times the 2 KPIs to determine whether or not these videos are successful long-term, or 15 cents per through play or less, and $1 per 100% video view. Well, when you're first launching and you're ready to rock and roll with another ad campaign, right? That's going to be a conversion campaign. You might not want to sit here and wait and optimize your power content, and that's going to be okay, right? So typically, like, if I have a client and we're ready to run conversion ads, I am testing video number 1 with 5 audiences for 3 days, and I'm just looking at through plays and 25% views, okay? And you could easily tell, like, which one's getting the best cost per through play and the best cost for 25% video views, okay? So those are the 2 inklings of, okay, well, I'm going to launch those audiences to cold. Now, here's the thing. I use a 5x3 anyway, but so you can use all 5 of these, but this will probably be a really good indicator in whether or not your audience is going to resonate with that type of content, because this content is usually connected to the content, like the content type, right? So let's say you're doing a webinar, right? Let's say I'll use a client example. Like, let's say you're doing a webinar on the 3 secrets to IVF success, right? Well, the power contents are probably going to be the 3 secrets, right? Video number 1 is secret number 1. So that's why I like to make them correlate with the content that we're going to be sending here, because we're doing the testing here. So I would let, as I told Melody, I would go ahead and launch video number 2 and 3. Then after video 3 is launched, wait a day or two and then launch here. Now I'm using a 5x3 campaign, so I'm probably going to test the same 5 audiences. But hey, if I look at these 5 audiences and one of those audiences is getting a super, super high cost per through play, I might not test it here. Okay. But I just kind of give you guys these frameworks so that you can figure out, okay, this makes sense to me, so I'm going to do this. So hopefully that explained this question with a little bit more context, because it really was a really good question.